Hi Aries, and welcome to your March 2022 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky coming on to talk to you about your energies for the month of March. Thank you so much for being here, Aries. If the video resonates for you, be sure to subscribe and like this video so that YouTube gets it out there. So let's talk about you in March. I am loving what I'm seeing coming up for you. So I'm seeing the Four of Wands, the Fool, the Strength card, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Very nice reward for hard work, very nice celebration of who you've decided to be, and hopefully a lot of leaving behind of these previous doubts and these previous fears of the controls others might have over you. I'm feeling intuitively, first off, Aries, that March should bring with it some type of celebration of your control over your own progress now. You feel to me to be a breaker of barriers. Actually, I have some Aries people in my own life who've really been breaking down some barriers for me, and that has been very welcome. But it's kind of a difficult purging process sometimes, and it kind of requires you to realize what you're actually involved in and realize how you need to, really move forward in a less passive way and in a less closed off way from what you actually need. So how I'm seeing progress for many Aries now deals with allowing yourself to also break down your own barriers and allowing yourself to also not be stuck with the previous illusions of stagnation or illusions of not being able to transcend a certain career or a certain way of life. You should really, in the month of March, as we're getting nearer to your season, you should see that pretty much every door is open, or every portal that you've needed to move through is not just open, it's calling you. So there's kind of a sense of calling here. There's a sense of I'm no longer going to be stuck in these previous mental confines. So you have the Eight of Swords and the High Priestess reversed coming up this month. And quite a few signs are having this Eight of Swords come up. I've been seeing it repetitively. I believe, I know Pisces, whom I just filmed for, had it as well. And it is, of course, Pisces and Aries season in the month of March. So I feel that collectively we are really tied into Eight of Swords, maybe feeling trapped by something that was once a really good thing for us, not understanding how it contributes to our future, not understanding how we apply the ways that we've evolved to these past structures and to these confinements. So one of the main intuitive messages I've been getting across the board this month is like something being tight, something being a little bit hard to keep on keeping on with, and something kind of feeling like it was perfect for us before, it's all we wanted to see for ourselves before, but now it is out of fashion, out of season, out of the question when it comes to the purposes we see for ourselves now. So as an Aries person, I feel like we have to celebrate the fact that we're seeing it. It is hard. I think like we might not want to put a celebratory tone on it. Maybe we're upset at ourselves that we're not happy with what we have. Maybe we're upset at ourselves for having this type of dream or this type of purpose, and the sort of concomitant struggles or difficult ladders we have to climb in order to get there now. And that is a hard thing, okay? It's a hard thing when what you want has an association of difficulty, or not just difficulty, but painstaking sacrifice or removal of what you already have in order to have it. I think we've got to get out of these sacrificial archetypes. The sign of Pisces rules sacrifices, and it rules letting go or tributing something that you have in order to have something new, or to kind of set into a new cycle. And so there is a relevance to that feeling now, but I also feel that it is not going to be super rewarding to be blatantly sacrificial, or to be blatantly wanting to dispose of what you have, though it might need to happen for some of you too. So it's a little bit contradictory. We've got Jupiter, Sun, Neptune, and a slew of other planets going through Pisces this month. So it says a huge sacrifice or a huge tribute or a huge release, but at the same time, we've got this Capricorn triple conjunction, Venus, Mars, and Pluto. And we've got Saturn in Aquarius, so it's kind of like, I just made it. I just got to where I wanted to be with that, and I'm already putting it away. I'm already sacrificing it for something. So to me, it looks like an emotionally turbulent time, not just for your sign, but you might be having to deal with a lot of emotionally turbulent people, okay? And you might want to make fun or humor or enjoyment more of a focus rather than these huge monolithic kind of sacrificial vibes or ending vibes or conclusive vibes, if that makes sense. I know this is a very kind of out there reading, but let's talk about it in regards to your week-to-week Aries and see if we can clear this up a little bit. So in the first week of March, you've got the Four of Wands rooted down by the Fool. One of the most beautiful combinations that exist in the tarot. You are coming through a milestone here. You are graduating something. You are finally achieving a certain new beginning. It's a wonderful time for new beginnings for you in the first week of March. How nice it is to let go of that previous old weight. How good it might be to exercise more or to really shape up or to shape certain things in your life. Shaping is the word I'm feeling for you in the first week of March. What do you need to figure or shape or mold in order to feel stronger and in order to celebrate these new beginnings more? So if you are also seeing that later this year you're going to have more celebrations or you're going to have more graduations, in a sense, you might think about how you can celebrate that and how you can maybe invite a lot of people into that experience or hold a space where many people are celebrating that experience. Or you might be invited to those types of celebrations during the first week of March. One way or another, this new beginning, this new thing you want to do, this next chapter will, I think, be one of the best things you've experienced in a long time. It is coming, okay? Week number 2, you've got the King of Swords rooted down by the Strength card. Perseverance of mind, okay, comes up during that time. Strength of the mind, not letting yourself resort to fear or, convincing yourself that what you've contributed to for a long time is not wholesome, okay? We have a certain inspiration or a certain ability to tame a beast or tame some type of constant negative spiral. So if you're constantly worried you've not done things right, if you're constantly worrying that you have put a foot wrong or that you can't change your momentum or your trajectory, that's something we have to really see a taming of in the second week of March, okay? And you should be quite masterful at that. Week number 3, you have the High Priestess reversed, rooted down by the Queen of Pentacles. This is the equinox week. This is stepping into your season. How beautiful. What I feel about that is that you have to actually not let your spirituality or your deep inner knowledge hold you back, okay? There might just be a need to put one foot in front of the other. There might be a need to not take an overly spiritual approach to this situation and instead to let it be a real substantial experience that is more grounded in reality or more grounded in the earth plane. So you have the Queen of Pentacles upright, which is about healthy reality. It's about real implements into your life. So the food that you're eating, the clothes that you're wearing, the ground that you're standing on becoming the real part of the experience, as opposed to these more metaphysical or non-real, hope-oriented or even mantra-oriented things. Those things are never bad, but sometimes we do have to really get real with things, and we have to make real, concise choices that are outside of the mind and are of the real body. And to me, that's expressed for you in the third week of March. So fourth week, you have the Eight of Swords rooted down by the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so no need to feel confined by your results. So you have a lot of results to look over in the fourth week of March. You have maybe the results of your past career and then your current one and this new one that you might want to be in. and you have the results of like maybe many different networking relationships or many different people coming through, and you've got to kind of be able to look over it all and understand how it all alchemizes or how it all comes together. And it's very easy to sometimes feel confined by that. Like, how do I shape all of this together? How do I come through? How do I break out of these previous confinements and get into a healthier place of review or of appreciation and observance of what I've created? Again, Eight of Swords and Seven of Pentacles can be kind of similar. One is, of course, quite a bit more unhealthy than the other, but they both represent having to kind of face many things at once, having to deal with maybe being surrounded by certain results or being surrounded by different outcomes. And as we're surrounded by those things, this can either feel like abundance or this can feel like confinement. So abundance versus confinement is your main thing this month, Aries. And let's talk more about that in your extended reading over on Patreon. I'll link that below. And in the top right hand corner of this reading, the center of your screen as well, you can find the extended reading and all the other ones. I hope you enjoyed it, Aries. I'm excited to talk about your season next month, as things will really be opening up for you then. This month is a little bit more reserved for you. So have a wonderful month. I will talk to you soon. Let's do this extended on Patreon. Much love, Aries. Bye.